Hey there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a fun video for you today and a giveaway. I thought this video might need a little explanation. It's a little different than normal. What I have done, I have taken 24 of my YouTube short videos and compiled them into one. 24 videos from the Crafty Advent Calendar. So December 1st through the 24th, I opened a box each day on video from this Crafty Advent Calendar, which was full of dies, stamps, embossing folders, and embellishments. Then I made something with the item under that door for that day and created 24 videos. So I thought it would be cool for those of you who have the Crafty Advent Calendar to see all of those videos in one place. You can watch, you can pause, and all of that. If you didn't get it, you might still want to watch because of this giveaway. But I wanted to let you know first that when you watch this video, there are black bars on each side because these videos were originally shorts, but I wanted to put it together in one place. So that's why the different format. I do know it's not a mistake. It's just how it is for this video. So for the giveaway, I am giving away every single product I got in the Crafty Advent Calendar and the cards I made with them. Huge giveaway. I think it's a really fun prize, and it is just my way of saying thank you to you who have watched my videos, liked them, commented, shared them. It means so very much to me, and I wanted to say thank you. It's because of you that I get to do what I love for my job. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is leave a comment in the section below this video, and then you'll be entered. I will randomly select a winner and announce that on my community tab here on YouTube on January 2nd. So like and comment and feel free to share. And now let's jump into the video. Here we go. Okay, here's day one. Here's the card I made, and here's the Crafty Advent Calendar, brand new from Spellbinders. I'm opening door number one. And of course, there's a cute little die set in there. It's a mailbox die set. I decided to go ahead and cut 3 of them and make a mini slimline card. So you'll see here what it looks like. And then I took a little Copic marker to accent each of those and picked out a background from, it's actually a Christmas paper pad from the Winter Wonderland collection, but I thought it was really a fun background and it was the inspiration for the colors I used. I used some alphabet stickers also from the Winter Wonderland collection from Spellbinders to write out the sentiment, love note. So really, you could use this card for any time, and I love mini slimline size. Do you? Do you love the mini slimline? Let me know what you think of mini slimlines, because the next card is also a mini slimline. So here we go with day number 2. So day number 2, I was getting really excited about this box. I mean, this is so much fun having a little surprise every day that is like exactly the thing that I love, paper crafting stuff. And it was a stamp set, and I thought it was really cute. And right away, I realized it was like a builder stamp set because the flowers are like, there's like a little cutaway. So they're meant to be stamped like up against each other. So I just went to town and started making a little cluster of flowers. There's probably like so many different ways you could stamp these out and just have fun with it, create a background with it. That'd be super cool. But I decided to make one little like bouquet or a cluster of flowers and then go ahead and fussy cut that out. And then that was ready for my card. I picked out some background paper. I did have fun using up like background paper from my stash during this series, and that was really fun too. So I added some embellishments. I added some alphabet stickers and stamped the sentiment on there as well. So there's card number 2. Day number 3 is another die set. This is the Advent Calendar. The thing that was in it the most were die sets. Spellbinders is known for their dies. They have really detailed dies that cut beautifully. They have so much detail in them. So this had a border, this really cool border, but then also a die that cuts away a decorative edge on your paper. So I cut away a little bit on this tiny little square note card and just made a rainbow of those die cuts. I thought that was really fun. I love to create in rainbow. So like when in doubt, I make a rainbow. Then I embossed the sentiment from the previous day, day 2 stamp set, and added that on the inside, and then added that to a black note card base. So it's just a square base, but the card opens, the white part is the part that opens, if that makes sense. I filled in every little dot with diamond stickles to add a little shiny embellishment. Pretty simple on that card, but very cute. Okay, day number 4, we have a sentiment die set. I love this because this is something I could use all the time in my stamp set. Or in my stamp room. I love that they have that kind of die set in here that's like a staple you can use with so many other things that you already own. So I die cut out the shadow layer from this balloon patterned paper, again, using up paper from my stash. I put that onto a navy blue base and then die cut out the actual words and fit them right in there from gold letters. I added these gold iridescent stars, and then I put this right onto a white card base. So there's that card. Oh, I did add a little bit of diamond stickles as more like confetti falling through the sky to add to the embellishment, but really simple card, but it's also super fun. It's a super fun birthday card. All right, day number 5. This is one of my favorites. It's an embossing folder. I wasn't expecting it because it was such a little door, but it's this mini embossing folder. It made me so happy, and it's stripes. So again, you could use this with so many things, but I was still like cranking out the Christmas cards when I was working on this. So I went ahead and made a Christmas card with this one and made 4 little strips on there, red and white, added some splatter. I love splatter. And then I stamped out some images from the Halftone Holidays stamp set. It's a collaborated stamp set between Simon Hurley, Ranger, and Spellbinders. It's so cool. Spellbinders made the dies for them. So now I have my sentiments that I'm adding on there, and this was just like a really fun card. Of course, I have to add embellishments, so I added some enamel dots with some glitter in them. They're so cool. And to continue with the glitter, I added a little stickles to the berries, and that's the card for day 5. All right, on to day 6. We have a fun gnome die set. Oh my word. I was so excited that it was something cutesy. I'm really into cutesy things. So I thought this was fun, but I was so in the mood to do Christmas. I decided to do a little Christmas scene for my gnome. But really, you could do so much with this little guy. It has stars in it, so he would also be cute for 4th of July. And a little star balloon, so I gave him a little bouquet of balloons, and then I added an extra layer of his hat in white to give it more of a Christmas feel. For the background, I just used some mica spray and some more of that splatter I've been using, which is the Sparkle Silk from Spellbinders. I added some trees from like an old die set that I had. I hot foiled Merry Christmas from something else in my stash and added some more stars. And he's just so cute. His little snowy scene with his balloons. I love it. Okay, day 7. Oh my gosh, this was really exciting. Another unexpected thing from this advent calendar were some stencils. It's a 3-piece stencil set, and it reminded me of that Boken technique with the different colored circles that look like light rays suspended in a photograph. Does that make any sense to anyone else? So I just added them to this navy background in different colors, and I thought it was really fun. I also stamped some snowflakes in the background. Very fun background. I love making my own background, so I was tickled with this one. And then I added a little paper behind that in stripes and decided to stitch a snowflake. Most of the things I have used for my cards that aren't from the Crafty Advent Calendar are also from Spellbinders. I was trying to keep it all in the family. And then I added some snowflake clay embellishments to finish it off. So I love that stitch snowflake. So pretty. All right, day 8, another die set. This one is a heart set. Now, somebody told me when they opened their day 8, they had something different. They did not have this heart. I don't know what that's about. I guess things could get shifted around or accidentally put in the wrong square. But that's what I got. So I die cut out the the part it's like the puzzle part from white paper, and then I just colored it up with my Copic markers to make a little rainbow, again with the rainbow. I love it. And then I glued the two together, added a frame from glitter cardstock just by cutting the two dies at the same time. I got the frame. While that was glued together, I added some glaze to the top and then the sparkle silk, which I'm also adding to this embossed background. That's the embossing folder of the month from December that I embossed with. So good, kind of heart-like with rays. It would just matched perfectly, don't you think? So cool. All right, now on to day 9, a shaker card. Oh my goodness, I was going to say love this, but it has love on the cover. But I was so excited that there was embellishments. I just love the surprise element in this box so much. So another background piece of paper from my stash to make a full panel shaker, where I take a window sheet, or it's kind of like a piece of cellophane, I wrap around my card front panel. Leave the top open, pour in your sequins, and seal it shut. This is the clear stamp set of the month from Spellbinders for December. If you're not familiar with the kit of the month from Spellbinders, they have kits for die cutting, stamping, embossing, hot foiling, and I share lots of those videos on my channel as well. So that's a really fun thing that Spellbinders have, and I think they're really good prices on their kits of the month. So I'll leave a link for that below. You can check it out if you're interested in getting a kit from Spellbinders. You can see from this Crafty Advent Calendar, they're pretty fun. So, all right, now we're on to day 10. I made another mini slimline card. There was a die set in here, and this die set, it's like the perfect match to the stamp set from day 2. I'll show you both of them right here. They totally go together. That was very exciting. Here's all the pieces die cut, layered up, and now I'm going to make a little swag of flowers on my card, but I thought I would add my sentiment from the day 2 stamp set first, and then build my swag around that. Add it to my card. I added a little bit more highlights with my Copic markers, and the sequins from the previous day I added on there as well. A tiny little bow with some string to finish off this card. And there you have it, all done. Okay, now we're on to day 11, and almost halfway. There is a really cool die set that makes a banner with sentiments that cut into the paper. There are 3 sentiments in this set, and I also am showing you how to use the tail, but you can use the tail a different way than I show here. There's 2 ways you can add it, so kind of play with that, where the tail would, the fishtail end would stick up on the top of the banner, like you glue it to the bottom, but the tail sticks up on the top. So play with that and just have fun with it. So this is the stamp set of the month again from Spellbinders for December that I am using on some pattern paper from my stash. I embossed this heart with white, and now I'm just adding some Wink of Stella pen on there to really highlight that. And I already had the string out from the previous day, so I went ahead and added a little bow, some more sequins to embellish, also from this kit. And there is the card for day 11. All right, day 12, here we go. We're halfway done. We have a die set that is an adorable little bird. Now, if you didn't get the Crafty Advent Calendar and you love this bird, there is a very, very similar bird die set from Spellbinders where the bird is actually facing the opposite direction. And so that's a really good one. This is the Glimmer Hot Foil kit of the month from Spellbinders for December. And originally I thought I was going to make a Christmas card and make this a cardinal, but once I started making it, it was just really Valentine-like. So it ends up being a Valentine card. But here you can see the hot foiled pieces from that kit. And there's also dies that usually are with that Glimmer kit of the month. So I'm using those for building up my heart and this little Happy Valentine's banner, and then I added the bird from the die set from the box. So there you go. There's my bird holding a flower and my Happy Valentine's Day card. All right, on to day 13, we have another stamp set. I was so excited because there hadn't been a stamp set since day 2, so I was thrilled, and this one is birthday themed, but it doesn't say straight up happy birthday, so you could totally use it with the happy birthday die set. I'm going to stamp mine, you guessed it, in rainbow with inks from Concord and Ninth. So I'm going to cut that out, and I decided to make some candles. Now these are 1-inch strips that I embossed with ink on the embossing folder. That's the embossing folder from day 5 that I was so in love with, but they were a little thick, so I actually cut them down to 3/4 of an inch, added them to my slimline card base in a rainbow order, drew some flames, added my Make-A-Wish so it looked like a present in the center, and then an additional sentiment to look like the tag on the present. I added that to my card, which has some black and white strips of paper across the top, added some wink of no, that's diamond stickles onto the flames of my candle to finish it off. Day 14. This is really special because I am going to take the die set here and use it to make a wreath on a background from my video called 10 Techniques with 3D Embossing Folders. It was a very popular video where I made only the backgrounds. So this, I am taking one of those backgrounds and using it, see right here, this one's with lunar paste, and I am adding a wreath to it. So I was really excited to be able to use up some of those backgrounds in this video. If you missed that video, I will link it for you in the description box below, so you can have some fun watching techniques with 3D embossing folder. And that 3D embossing folder, oh my goodness, it is so gorgeous. It's the holiday, oh, I'll link it for you below. Holiday, something holiday. I don't always remember. There's so many names of things. It's hard to remember. All right, but here's another one with that same embossing folder. That one uses gilding flakes on top to make it gold. And it was another embossing folder. I was so excited about having another embossing folder. This one, again, it's a little dots that create circles, and it is just gorgeous for like any occasion. But I thought it would be really good on this card. I decided to go with black on my card, and it gives it such an elegant touch with the gold. So good. So I added some twine, and then I stamped some pine cones from the halftone holiday stamp set, again in black. I just love how it turned out. I needed a little bit of black gems for embellishment, and then added that to my A7 size card. This is an A7 background, so 5 by 7 is the size of an A7 card. On to day 16, I have a shaker. I love shaker cards. So I took the die set that says For You with the shadow layer, die cut that from my background, just like I did with the balloon card that said happy birthday, but I'm going to put a window sheet behind that. And then I'm going to take the letters themselves and die cut them from some vellum. So I added an adhesive sheet to the back of the vellum to create vellum sticker letters. That stuck right on top of my window sheet. I put some clear micro beads in my shaker. I backed that with some dark paper, which really helps that For You in vellum stand out. So I had this dainty rectangle die set I used for a frame around there. I added a sub-sentiment from that Make-A-Wish set. I also brought back this floral die set, added some flowers to the corners. It's really fun to mix and match all the things from the Crafty Advent Calendar. They really go well together. So there's that card with my little shaker. So good. All right, day 17. We're just cranking these out. I found another die set under this window, and this is a layering or nesting die set of arches. So there's lots of things that you could do with these, and I just thought, again, rainbow, there's a theme here. I embossed my panel that had the window cut from it from like this sunburst embossing folder. I added a frame around that using 2 of the dies that's made with glitter paper. I had these scraps left over from when I had to trim down my candles, so I decided I would put them behind that window. Now I wish I would have tried to line up the embossed lines on them a little bit, but I didn't, so it's fine, right? I stamped Make-A-Wish, drew a cloud around it, cut it out, put it at the base, but I felt my rainbow needed a little more definition, so I cut a smaller arch and put it there and embellished it with some stars at the bottom to finish off that fun birthday card. All right, so now here we are, day 18, and I'm using another of my embossed backgrounds and using these blue sequins. They're so pretty, but I thought they would be really good with this particular background as a shaker. So I die cut a circle. I wasn't intending to necessarily make this an ornament. It just happened that way. I pulled out these other sequins I had in my stash, so I'd have blue and green like the cover of my background here. And it just came to me that this really should be an ornament. So once I added my Happy Holidays from my sticker set, I used the die only from the Halftone Holiday set to create a little hanger and then a bow, and then I added some gold baubles to finish off this card. I just love the blue and the teal and the green together. So very pretty. That's probably one of my favorite cards. All right, day 19, we have another stamp set, a congratulations stamp set. So we're getting a good little collection of stamp sets here. We've got the Make-A-Wish, congratulations. We have the flowers that had thinking of you. So really a lot of variety in the stamp sets that you can use with all the other things. So I die cut a heart opening, added some glitter behind that that kind of matched the paper, coordinated with the paper. And then I stamped my sentiment with clear ink on black paper, embossed it with white powder. I'm adding that right over the top of my heart. The sub-sentiment I stamped with black ink on white paper, added a little tiny scalloped edge from black glitter paper, and then put this whole thing together. I decided at the last minute it needed some splatter, so I used my mica spray stain and splattered that on there, and then I think it was Frosted Berry is the color I used. And now embellishment of black jelly hearts to finish it off. Okay, day 20, we're like on the home stretch now. I was in love with this stencil set. It is so easy and so gorgeous. Again, it's a 3-piece set, and you're going to layer these up to create this little floral swag. It's so gorgeous. So I started with a light green here, no, a dark green. I started with my darker green for like the branches. The second layer, the leaves, I did a little bit lighter green. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then I used this really bright purple to do my flowers, and the purple over the green kind of gave them a brown center in the flower, which didn't hurt my feelings at all. I trimmed this down a little bit because I had done, I taped those stencils on there and they kind of ripped the paper. So I just cut it down and it gave me this really cool like design for this particular card. For the sentiment, I brought back the Happy Birthday die set. I used some glitter foam from the Spellbinder shop for my background and then some cardstock on top that matched pretty good just from my stash. And that finished up that card. Okay, on to day 21, we have this cool die set that creates petals for some flowers. At least that's what I made with them. So here you can see there's one big petal and then there's the next die creates like frames. And so I was able to like design my own petal, and you could mix and match those, and you know, the sky's the limit for how you want to create a petal. I ink blended a little blue background for that, and then I added on the tiniest little piece for the center of my flower, but it ends up getting covered up with the banner, which is also from the Crafty Advent Calendar. I forget the day now. And then I just added some white highlights with my gel pen to that banner, and it just helped it like kind of pop off the card a little bit more. I added some more designer paper, layered it up with a blue layer, and then my card layer. This is a 5x5 card. And then I decided to put some brown around the center since I covered up the yellow center. Okay, let's make another shaker, another full panel shaker with the sequins from day 22. These are like a kind of dusty rose color. I wanted to play with that mailbox die set again from day 1. So I used some notebook paper. It's really thin, so I backed it with some lightweight white cardstock so I could make this a shaker panel just like I did before, wrapping the cellophane around my panel and then leaving one side open to fill it in with some sequins. And how about some clay bits that look like little envelopes? I thought that was perfect for my mailbox. So I die cut that to match my sequins and added some envelopes, and then I die cut the word miss you and added that to the top. And now you have to shake this up so you can see the sub sentiment, and I think that's just super fun. So I totally had fun with this card. So very cute. And then we're almost done. Oh my word, it's day 23. So here I thought it'd be fun to do a thank you card that I could give away after Christmas, or now one of you, because I'm giving you this card, right? So I'm using the thank you die set with the shadow layer. So I have the super light gray on top of navy, and it went really good with the snowflake paper from the Winter Wonderland paper pad. I sprayed it down to just soften that up a little bit, added some sparkle silk on top, and now I have a really cool background for my A2 size card. I have the snowflake wooden elements that I got from the Dollar Tree. I just loved them. I bought them. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them, but I painted the edge of it with my sparkle silk. Oh my gosh, I love how it turned out. I also used the twine from that to cover up the hole because these are supposed to be like ornaments or tags or something, and then added some sequins for embellishment, and that finishes it off. It's such a pretty card. I really love the look of this. It looks great. All right, last day. Day 24 is such a cool die set. I think you're going to love it. It's a little truck, and so day 24 did not disappoint. I had to make a Christmas card just because it was Christmas Eve, or it was being posted on Christmas Eve, and I embellished the truck, or made it shine with my Distress mica crayons, and I love how that turned out. I put a bit of vellum behind the windows and colored the handle with a black marker, and then I went ahead and added a present to the truck bed, and I thought if one present's good, three is even better. Then I added my background paper to a green panel, some vellum with snowflakes on it, some little pre-die cut embellishments from the Winter Wonderland collection, and sequins from this kit as well. So that is going onto my A2 size card, and that is it for the Crafty Advent Calendar. Here's a picture up close of each of the cards for you, so if you want to pause them and take a look, you can. Now make sure that you take a moment to leave a comment below so you can be entered to win everything I got from the Crafty Advent Calendar and all the cards I made. I'm gifting it to one of you as a way of saying thank you for a fabulous 2022, supporting my channel by liking my videos, watching them, leaving me comments, chatting with me, and letting me share my creations with you. I appreciate you so much, and I look forward to lots of more interaction with each of you in 2023 as I make more crafty videos. And if you have anything you'd like to see from my channel, leave that in the comments below and let me know. I'd love to hear. All right, I will see you all again very soon with a new crafty video very soon. Happy stamping. Bye.